With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Meat on meat.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
Didn't play in a traditional pro-style offense in college. In fact, at Cal, he played in what they call the Bear Raid. Threw it around a whole bunch. 96 touchdown passes in 3 seasons. This guy took the ball from game 1 as a true freshman and never missed a start. So he has a great amount of toughness as well as the ability to throw the big-time ball downfield.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Well, let's get a glance at the Rams offensive unit. And at wide receivers, you'll see, kind of looks like the Bills' old wide receiving crew, doesn't it?
Yeah, from east to west, Robert Woods signed as a free agent. And then, of course, picking up Sammy Watkins in a trade on August the 11th. They've got to kickstart that offense, help out their young quarterback, Jared Goff. But how about them drafting Cooper Kupp out of Eastern Washington? Many people thought that he went maybe higher than he should have. He's having an explosive preseason.
Throwing on third. Goff. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Grady Jarrett able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. That's pulled in at the 32. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 10th season now is Matt Ryan.
Oftentimes it's very difficult to get veteran players to move, to adapt, to add to their game, but Matt Ryan continues to expand, and in 2016, he did it so well. They threw touchdowns to 13 different receivers last season, and that was an NFL record.
Also had a franchise record over 4,900 passing yards. On first down, Ryan. And his first pass is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, but it'll also be the final play of this first quarter. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. We're back to Southern California right after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a third down and a yard to start things out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that'll bring up second down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Deep for the Rams, Tavon Austin. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On first down, it's gone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
To throw on second down is gone. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit halftime in what was obviously a very fast-moving first half of play, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. Defense has been the name of the game. It's not often you see a matchup where both sides can't find a way to get on the scoreboard. We'll have to see if the offense picks up in the second half. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Moving to late in the first quarter. Freeman's looking for room to run. He takes off and ends up picking up 9 yards on this run. First and 10. Goff's got the completion here, and he ends up at their own 26-yard line before he stopped on the play. Later on the drive, Gurley's wide open here on the catch, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 33-yard line.
Thank you, Mr. Ridley. A scoreless first half, and now we're set for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alec Ogletree coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, Freeman. He spins free, and he'll take this one up to about the 23. Now that run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, here come the Rams, and they get it. It's blocked. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. He's back to throw. Ethan Westbrook's in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts, and your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts and want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On first down, it's Gurley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for him. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
Ryan to throw. Escapes the sack. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Here's Ryan. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So the first connection there, Ryan to Jones, and certainly a big reason they're losing on the scoreboard.
As they go as a connection, it's Pierce, so goes the team. And they need to be on the same page, in sync, and they really wish it could have been earlier in the game. Now they've got some ground to make up.
And, Charles, in this situation, this is where the word miracle comes into play.
Have to score real fast, maybe throw a jump ball in the end zone and hope for the best.
Here's Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Ryan. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Aaron Donald in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and then get that onside kick. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.